Because it is Tuesday Night Strike with E Honda. That has nothing to do with Night Strike. TM. Night Strike 1. The Savior. We're double live streaming right now. We're live streaming to YouTube, but we're also live streaming to Rumble because, I don't know, 3 out of the last 5 chats that I've done on YouTube have ended in fucking terrible disaster with them taking down my shit or giving me a strike or whatever the fuck it is at the end of it. So I figured I would preempt their bullshit by going to Rumble and making my own shit over there. Plus, I think it's time to start growing stuff on Rumble anyway. I think we should be doing every chat over on Rumble as well as on YouTube. We should be promoting Rumble just as much, if not more, than YouTube. And the reason for that is freedom of speech. Because over there, we can actually have conversations about things versus over here, we're a little bit limited. And when I say a little bit, I mean a lot, because there's a shit ton of things that you just know you can't even say. And so how many other things do you not end up talking about that you probably could say because you think that you can't say it because of this fucking overarching fucking censorship that's going on that's stifling speech and making it so that you can't talk about anything.
Right on.
My phone's giving me directions right now. But anyway, welcome to it. How you guys doing tonight?
Doing good.
Fantastic.
I'm at work earning my paycheck.
Duke? How you doing, Duke?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm a little annoyed. I gotta admit. It's okay though.
It is a rough time right now, man. It has been a rough couple of years, and it has been a very taxing time. And it is important to try and stay grounded, especially during the next few weeks. I feel like we're always on the precipice of the end, and that is a rough place to be mentally, especially those who are trying to prepare and trying to alleviate that bad time as much as they can by doing what they need to do now and stocking up and making decisions and putting money into food or gold and silver. It's been a rough couple of years for us, and I think we need to acknowledge that because being mentally strong is going to be important in the future.
Amen.
Here.
Shot Red, how's it going, man?
Good. I thought you was going to have the thing earlier. I was just waiting, pretty much. It's pretty chill out here up in L.A. so far.
Nice. Very nice. Xanatos, how's it going?
Bueno. Very good.
Very good. Very nice. Sexy time.
Sexy time. Hey, where are white women at?
So along the lines of what you were talking about, Duke, earlier with what can you do right now to make it when the ball drops, you are better off than you would be if you didn't do that thing, right? And I did something in the last couple of days, and I'm actually kind of proud of it. And it's affecting me a little bit right now, to be honest, but not to the point where I'm going to go back. And that is, I am, as of right now, completely 100% nicotine free.
Nice. Congratulations.
Hell yeah.
Good for you.
Congrats.
No more cigarettes, no more vaping, no more patches, nothing. I am done. And I actually discovered it last week when I was really sick. It was like I forgot to fucking put on a patch for about a day and a half. And I was like, oh, apparently I don't need these until I get stressed out. So I had a couple left to get through this week of work. And so I got through my week of work, and I think I had one more after that I wore, on Saturday, Sunday kind of thing. But yeah, I haven't had a patch on since Sunday. It's now Tuesday, and feeling pretty good.
Good.
Yeah.
What's the threshold for breaking a habit? Is it 14 days? 21 days?
I don't know, but I will say that if the ball drops and shit goes down, and you're addicted to something like nicotine,
Mm-hmm.
that just gives you one more thing that you got to worry about. That gives you one more thing that you're gonna like run out of and need a supply of and freak out when you don't have. It's
Right.
gonna give you one more thing that you're gonna have to trade for, one more thing that you're gonna have to get over when things get bad.
Right.
It'd be easier to get rid of it now, is all I'm saying.
I was about to say, yeah, we don't want to see Honda trading bullets for cigarettes or blowing dudes around a bridge and shit. Sometimes it's tough.
Irish wristwatch, which is a tongue twister of a name, literally. That's what it is. I wish my parents could stop too. Dude,
Yeah, same.
I mean, honestly, I was never able to stop smoking. When it came to smoking cigarettes, that was the hardest thing. And I tried cold turkey, and I tried hypnotism, and I tried pills, and I tried fucking, cold turkey again, and I tried the patch, and I tried the gum, and I,
Mm-hmm.
didn't fucking matter. Nothing worked. Until I tried vaping, and I found it wasn't even the first time I tried vaping. It was like the seventh time I tried vaping, and I found a vape that I kind of liked, and I like made a new rule that's how I get my nicotine now. And it was a hassle. It was a process. It kind of sucked getting over that hump from smoking to vaping. But once I did, then all I wanted was vaping. And then going from vaping to patch was pretty easy. Going from patch to no patch has been a process, but it's not bad. But from cigarettes, if you just smoke cigarettes, dude, that's the first thing you got to do is figure out what you can do besides cigarettes to get your nicotine.
Yeah, I haven't had a cigarette in about a week. I've been vaping pretty steadily, but I mean, I even just switching from that to vaping, I feel better.
I tried getting my dad into it, but I remember back then when they had one of those weak ass, when vaping was starting, those little cheap ass vapes. He thought it was the same as that. Yeah, he thought it was the same as that when I gave him an actual good one, and he just never went back to it. Funny thing is, he smokes weed every once in a while, but go back and doing a cigarette.
Oh shit, Duke, no, Duke.
What's up, baby?
No. Oh, okay, cool. Hey, I know you guys can't see it because it's not in the. I can't pull it up. Like I can pull this up, right? Like Travis T is there. Calhoun dropped in $1 over on Rumble and said, "First time Rumble chat. See how this goes." There you go.
Nice.
So yeah, I mean, I encourage you guys to go over and watch it on Rumble. It's the exact same show going on there, and it will go longer because we're going to end at about, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour, somewhere in there on YouTube, and we're going to go exclusively to Rumble. So you should probably have that ready to go if you guys want to watch the rest of the show anyway. You go over to the Rumble channel and, get all subbed up over there. If someone wants to share the link in the chat, that is acceptable. However, I have been told that it is against YouTube policy to provide links in the description to your video to another competing network. So for me to have the link to the Rumble chat in the description, or for me to post it in the chat, would be against YouTube rules. But if you guys do, I don't think there's anything against that. I don't think I can stop that. But anyway.
I was going to say, you got modders, right? Can they send you it? They should be able to send it.
Yeah, I've got modders. I don't have any modders on Rumble. I don't think Rumble has modders.
Well, no. I'm talking about modders on YouTube that can send the link out.
Yes, I have that. Gerald Cagney dropped in 5. He said, "Quitting smoking is awesome, man. Congrats. Man, P.S. Duke, the alien is but ramming the demon under your stairs." Wait, what? Duke, are you here? Are you awake? Dukey Duke? Oh, Duke, no.
So I just heard it.
Oh, no. Hold on.
Rick Grimes.
Daryl Dixon.
We need an alarm. That's what we need. We need an alarm sound.
You only get a couple minutes with Duke until he still falls asleep.
Yeah.
I think. Oh, there he is.
Oh wait, Dookie.
What's up, baby?
Dookie. Hey, someone dropped in a super chat and it was for you and you were asleep, but I want you to hear it.
Okay.
It says, Duke, the alien is butt ramming the demon under your stairs.
No way, homie. It ain't happening. we keep it real, not like that.
Aliens versus demons underneath Duke's stairs.
Yeah.
Poor Duke, man. I'm sorry. I don't mean to keep you awake every night.
You're not, brother. This is a good time. It's one of those times. It's just that time in life where you keep your head down, you just keep pushing, and the breaks will come. But, it's just that time, brother. So the time of testing will come, and there are many people who have gone throughout their life and lived hard lives, and there's a reason for your suffering. There's a reason why you went through the things you went through. It's so that what's coming will affect you less than a majority of people who have lived soft, easy lives. Because you are already ready. You are friends with your pain and suffering and kinship with a hard life that has made you who you are today. And so I would implore you to prepare yourself in your heart, but you will find peace in that.
Duke out there speaking poetry.
Holy shit, man. That's like the wisest thing Duke's ever said.
Yeah, no shit, Duke. I actually kind of needed to hear that, to be honest with you.
Well, good. I'm glad you needed it. I'm glad we could provide it for you.
I appreciate that. You have no idea. I actually really respect what you just said.
There for you, brother. It means something. This cohesive group that's been created by a couple of individuals, these loose band of us, has helped each other in many ways in the past couple of years. And as though we may bicker and fight, and at time to time, I think there is a lot of brotherhood shared in these chats and on those who listen and those who take part. So those are important.
Here.
Here.
Cheers to that. Cheers to that.
Friar Duke dropping some wisdom bombs.
There you go, baby.
Shit, just remind me, I need to stock up some cigarettes. Not for me, but sell.
Bartering, cigarettes and booze, And as the economy takes a shit, I mean, we were talking about the things that could happen, like it could happen overnight, or it could be a gradual slump, like kind of a road warrior kind of thing. Alcohol sales go up when the economy goes down.
Cigarette sales too.
All your vices, they go up. You're going to see a lot more, I guess, for lack of a better term, women of the evening. You're going to see a lot more of that.
Oh, trust me, I already know. I got some that gonna be calling when shit gets rough.
What am I going to be able to exchange for a pack of cigarettes after the ball drops?
Well, remember, I'm in California. They banned menthol, so I know a lot of people want them Newports.
Wait, they banned menthol?
Yeah.
You can't get no
They
Newports?
did ban that. Yeah. My dad smoked Newports. So you've been trying to go to Vegas and just bring them over here.
Yeah. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
I started smoking the Cowboy Reds and then went right to menthols. Newports. I loved them.
Yeah.
Like Newports give you cancer like 10 times faster than the normal cigarette.
Oh, yeah.
All I heard was the filter has glass and is more harsher and shit. But I'm like, you're still smoking cigarettes. But I just find it funny that certain cigarette smokers are like, I can't smoke menthol. They too rough.
Like at one point I smoked just regular cigarettes and I was like, menthols are gross. So what I'm going to do, you see, is I'm going to start smoking menthols because they're gross, so I won't smoke as many. So that's going to make quitting easier. No, I've just smoked menthols after that.
Yeah.
And then, after a while of smoking menthols, I'm like, well, regular cigarettes taste nasty, see? So what I'm going to do,
I mean, it ain't wise. I mean, don't forget, cigarettes have like a addictive chemical agent, so I don't think they going to...
Now, listen here, see? Regular cigarettes taste nasty, see? Listen here, see? Yeah.
But yeah, I know most. Yeah, it's it's the most thing. Like most black folks smoke menthols, so in Newport. So.
Oh shit, Calhoun! Calhoun's dropping the fire over here on the Rumble side. Calhoun dropped in $2 more and said, "Not to take away from you quitting soaking." Wait, what?
Smoking.
Yeah, is that what he meant? Smoking?
I think so. Yeah.
In that vein, I should be completely off SSRI meds in about 3 months.
Oh yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, and that's a harsh reality that people are going to have to face with SHTF is if you're on any prescribed medications, I dare even broach the subject because it sounds kind of heartless, but like people who are on continual medications, like for say high blood pressure or high blood sugar or something like that, they're going to be in a bad way. That's as nicely as I can put it.
Yeah, which are kind of ironic because they definitely gonna be pumping a lot of head meds.
Yeah.
No, 100%, dude. Like anything that you need, like any extra thing that you need besides food, water, and shelter, which are the basic human needs, is going to be an issue, right? Like it's prescription drugs, it's non-prescription drugs. Like you like marijuana, okay. Well, you better have a bushel of it or know how to grow it or something. Which
I mean, yeah, I can't say stuff about that because we got to put the job on.
Well, I think that's the key right there. Is you got to remember everything's going to be gone and not available to you, whether it's because you can't afford it or it's just not there. And I think when it like people aren't going to take okay to not being able to afford things. It's just not going to go well. People are going to take what they want through force, and that's going to cause a lot of pain and a lot of issues. And that's happening on a mass scale. Things fall into chaos super fast, and your grocery store holds enough for what, 3 days?
Yeah.
But that's normal. That's not everybody buying stuff. I mean, they get shipments every day. It's not like, oh, shipments come on Thursdays. No. Trucks come in every day to load them. So there's nothing in the back anymore. There's nothing. The back is just holding stock that's going to be set out for the next day.
Yeah.
There's 10 Pringle cans. Okay, there's 10 Pringle cans in the back waiting to go out, tomorrow. Like that's so I would get what you need now.
Yeah.
And I have never been more sure that this is an imminent thing. It's just going to be this is the slow burn. Because if this is the bad economy and turns into meltdown, that's somewhat of a slow burn. It's not like an EMP or even like a sickness. So I don't know.
Well, I think it's going to happen pretty quickly. Like, I don't know. Like once the beginning of the cliff, like once the wheels leave the cliff, and it's gravity that's bringing us down,
Yeah.
Things tend to happen pretty quickly. It's like when the monkeys find the fucking the box of treats, and the first one grabs one, and the second one grabs one, and the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and then they're fighting over what's left, and then there's nothing left in the box. Like that's what it's going to be with the banks. That's what it's going to be with the grocery stores. That's what it's going to be with the cigarettes, with the weed, with the alcohol, with all of those things, with the pharmaceutical drugs. And how long is it going to be until, because, like you're saying, I can't get my steak because it costs too much. Fuck it, I'm stealing it. Now everyone's stealing shit. Now there's no more Walmart. Now there's no more grocery store. How long until that happens?
That I would agree. That is a quick slope. And then you got to remember, who's showing up to work,
right,
during that?
Yeah,
and nobody. When they can't afford anything, you got to remember that. Like, I'm not being mean or anything. A lot of us as Americans, we were talking about this before. Like, you ain't got a bunch of money saved up. So gas goes to $25 a gallon. People aren't going to work anymore because they can't get to work because they can't afford a gallon of gas.
Well, and you gotta think Hegelian dialectic, right? Like problem, reaction, solution. And the thing is, they create the problem. They've created this problem. They've created the problem and the pre-circumstances for this problem to arise so that we can have the reaction of that problem of, oh shit, the money doesn't mean anything and the grocery stores are closing and people are going crazy. But then they want to swoop in with the solution. They want to bring that solution in that under no other circumstance would you ever accept.
Mm.
And that is that digital currency. It's that one world government type shit that they want to bring forth. It's war and crazy shit that they want to push forward. It's whatever else is going to happen next. What do you guys think is the next thing?
I think the digital currency is probably pretty close within the next couple of years. I think that the banking system collapse is going to facilitate that. And again, like you said, the Hegelian dialectic is real. It's a real thing, where they kind of mess things up, but they don't tell everybody that they're the ones messing things up. And then they sort of like, don't look at what this hand's over here, but we have the solution in this other hand over here. You know what I mean? Like, and it would generally be something that in the moment it seems like a quick fix, but it's not something that you would normally do if things are running smoothly. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I think everything that we pretty much as freedom-loving, Constitution-saluting Americans are afraid is on the menu. Digital currency, severe restrictions on weapons and ammo, restrictions on food purchasing. That's all coming down the pike. Like everything we talking about Walmart running out of stock and stuff because people are just five-finger discounting it in a hurry. That's going to lead to food rationing and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So that's what I think's coming. You know,
I get that.
To go along with the banking thing, have you guys ever heard of the Glass-Steagall Act?
Yes.
So it was something that was repealed back in '99 by Clinton. Obviously, I think it was FDR that was one that put it in back in the '30s.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what basically separated the banking cartels as we know them right now. And when they repealed it, it completely allowed them to do that again. And that's exactly what led to 2008 housing market crash and everything like that. And I think that's what we're kind of going towards again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the bill that they put through now to ban TikTok. It's literally a Patriot Act for the internet.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've heard that. They've got all sorts of goodies in there that are like completely not related to TikTok or national security or foreign countries using apps to spy on us or anything like that. I understand if you want to ban apps that are based in other countries, that's fine. I got that because the information collection and data collection and stuff like that. But there's all sorts of crap in that anti-TikTok bill that has nothing to do with foreign entities spying on us. It's more like you said, Patriot Act for the internet, stuff like that. It's spying on the American people.
Well, they want to pretend everything's way worse than it is, right? They want to pretend that, there was this insurrection that happened. There was this big plan behind it, and they were so close to getting it done, and you guys don't even know. You don't even know because you haven't seen the evidence. So just trust me and don't look at it. Don't listen. Don't pay attention. Trust me. I am in charge. I know what's going on here. So just listen to me and don't actually think. Don't think for yourself. This was an insurrection that happened. Don't worry, though. We stopped it. We're bringing the people in. They killed like 7 officers or whatever it was, but they are now our martyrs, and we will like say their names 7 times before taking a piss every Thursday, or whatever it is. Like that's where we're at, bro. We're in a fucking cult situation where we have this cult-like thinking where if you don't prescribe to the impossible thing that is a prerequisite of being part of that cult for you to believe this impossible thing. And every religion has that. Right? Mm-hmm. Even Christianity, like born with born by a virgin birth, died and resurrected, like all of that. Okay, yeah. But if you believe it, you believe it. You know, that's a little different. But like that's the impossible prerequisite for Christianity. Well, the impossible prerequisite for being on the left, for the leftist ideologue cult, at least one of them, is J6.
Yeah.
RCDC dropped in $5. Thanks, man. Didn't say anything. But dropped in 5 anyway. I appreciate it. I really do. Yeah, man. Yeah. We're headed off. We're on an interesting path. We're definitely at the end of a very powerful country's death throes. I don't know what you'd call like the era that we're in.
The death rattle, yeah.
It seems like a lot of it's intentional. It seems like a lot of it's been accelerated. It seems like a lot of it has been contrived.
I'm just curious of what the pieces are going to come and play, because there's way too many things how way it can go, where it can be the people in power elites can win, or they can get fucked over too, or we got to go against other shit with Russia and China. And that there's probably other players involved just playing the waiting game too.
I mean, there's a ton of X factors right now, even just in a collapse scenario, when it comes to various active foreign nationals that are going to be their own gangs and own basically National Guardsmen at that point.
Yep, that too. And not even that. It's not even just shit that go on here in this country. There's other shit going on in other countries too. I've been paying attention and watching.
Oh, it's cool. I'm looking over at the Rumble side. You can actually tag people in Rumble comments now, which is cool. Like they've kind of got a couple of their things right. Rumble's doing better. Rumble's actually come a long way. And with the way that YouTube has been shooting themselves in the foot with free speech as a lackey of the government, I believe, like as has been proven in the Twitter files, as far as Twitter working with and for the government to suppress people's speech in multiple ways for multiple reasons on the behest of the government. Like all of the social engineering, I want to call them, social media programs, social media sites out there are doing this. They're all colluding with the government. And I think this information's coming out. And I think this digital thing that you guys are talking about, digital 9/11, digital Patriot Act, that they're trying to come out with as a response to that, because they want to get everything that they've been doing to be legal. They want what they've already been doing to be legal retroactively, because they know that it's not.
Well, one thing you got to remember is like who are the certain people involved and who are, leader. They all agree with the whole, big government overlook at the end of the day. They're not like, oh, I'm a free thinking, technology group. Like, oh, we just do whatever the hell we want. We're not, care what the government says. Now, those certain groups in power, especially on the major apps, are for that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm looking at like 7 things at once right now. It's a little hard because you gotta have your YouTube chat pulled up as a live chat, but you want it to be not top chat. Fuck, I didn't do that. You want it to be live chat so that you get all the chats in case someone does one of their monthly subscription things, which doesn't show up on fucking StreamYard because StreamYard's gay, but then StreamYard also doesn't pull up the Rumble chat, so you got to have the Rumble window open, but they don't have a pop-out chat, so you got to have the whole fucking window open. Yeah, it's a bitch, dude. Doing all of these different things at the same time it's not the easiest.
And you have one screen too, right? Not multiple screens?
Oh, I've got 3.
Oh, okay.
Do you actually have 3 monitors, or?
Got 2 monitors and a TV hooked up, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I usually watch movies and shit on the 3rd one, but it's there in case I need it for things like this.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the movies that we were talking about behind the scenes on the front chat was a movie called The Domestics. And not that movie is particularly like everything is going to go down like that, but it just kind of illustrates the fact that in the absence of government, like little city-states and different factions kind of form up with each with its different forte. And I recommend that movie. It's a Hollywood kind of shit hit the fan movie, but I recommend that movie. It was pretty good. So.
Okay, how old is that movie? I never seen it.
Like 2000s. I think what 20. I don't know when did that movie. Who else saw that movie?
2010s.
Okay, yeah, something like that. It's not. It's the domestics, and the domestics. Okay, there's several different factions. It's kind of a post shit hit the fan, kind of a Mad Max in the United States, right? There's a group called the Plowboys, which they buy and sell and trade in women, for lack of a better term. There's another group that's like they're called the Gamblers, I think. There's another group called the Sheets, which they look kind of like the Triple K, and there's another.
It was 2018.
And there's another group called the Domestics, which those people, they basically kind of sit in their houses and try to maintain something resembling a normal existence, and they call those the Domestics. So
I think they're the smaller group.
What's that?
I take it they're the smaller group.
No, well, it's not so much they're smaller. It's just that any group that kind of sits in its own neighborhood and like the people are still kind of occupying their own houses. Mm-hmm. They're kind of actually I would guess that they're the largest group. It's just that they're not cohesive. They're just you'll find some quote domestics in every neighborhood where they're continuing to occupy their own houses like that. You know what I mean?
I mean, it can easily turn into that.
Yeah,
which would be interesting because I'm kind of curious what groups are doing what.
Yeah.
Hey, remember the good old days when we would be doing a live chat and you'd be like, "Hey, check out this gun and check out that gun." And check out this modification that I did to this gun. And what would you guys do with this one? Check this out. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fucking YouTube's made it so that we can't even do that shit anymore.
Yeah.
So how's about everyone for when we go over to Rumble, which is going to be in about 10, 15 minutes here. Mm-hmm. You pick out some sort of firearm that you have handy, wherever you are. And you show the class. We'll do a little show and tell. Just one gun. We'll not make a huge deal out of it, but
I mean, they must just show for mine is the gun I carry, and I just have a magwell and extended mag release and slide stop. That's it.
Well, there you go. Save it.
Regular Glock.
Save it for the Rumble chat only when we're on Rumble and not YouTube. Which, by the way, is there a way to do that? I haven't even tested this yet.
As far as what?
Ending one without ending the other. Like, I've seen other people do it, but I don't know if they're using StreamYard to do it or not, first of all. So, shit.
You got me. I'm not nearly as tech savvy enough to run a show like this on multiple streams.
Well, we might have to jump off that bridge when we get there, because I'm not sure how to do that right now quite yet.
We can shut down and start up again a separate stream.
Yeah, but everybody's over on the Rumble stream already, right? Like, that was the point. And like that's how other channels do it. There's a way that they do it. I don't know if I'm doing it the right way. I assume that a lot of them use fucking StreamYard because it's like pretty much the easiest shit that you can do. Like, I know for instance, Viva Fry does live chat. Viva Fry uses StreamYard. Viva Fry goes from YouTube to Rumble without ending the chat, but ending it on YouTube.
I think you might have to do it on your YouTube interface if that's at all possible.
Maybe.
Without shutting down StreamYard.
Well, how the fuck would I do that?
It's a good question. I have no idea. I've never done a live broadcast, so I'm only guessing.
So why are you talking?
Asshole.
I think if you remove the YouTube destination from the StreamYard, it would knock that side out and it would leave the Rumble side up.
Well, I'm under the YouTube thing right now, as someone suggested who may or may not know anything about it. And I don't know if there's a way to end it here. I don't think there is. No, there's not. Okay. All right.
So, about current events, the Nashville pewing, are there more calls for gun control now, or are they still trying to bury the fact that this person was of a particular persuasion, or both?
I don't know. I really haven't watched very much on it, to be honest.
Huh.
Stuff's been at a standstill, as I've seen.
I've watched a lot of alternative media about it, but I haven't watched any mainstream media or any fucking stupid people, the talking heads or the people in charge or the ones that actually have the power to do something about it. I haven't listened to any of them. So.
Oh, I think Biden said something, but I think he said something stupid too. Someone else saw.
Yeah, what did Biden say?
Fuck, I don't remember. I didn't really watch it, but I heard the stupid shit he was saying. He was just saying some random shit about ice cream and shit.
Yeah, he was supposed to be addressing it. He went on stage, was like, "Oh, I got a bunch of ice cream in my refrigerator. I'm only here for the ice cream," and some other shit. And like, who are those good looking kids in the back there? Oh, I want to sniff them, something like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say even random normies was like, "What the fuck? He really off his meds."
Ohio, you watched it, yes?
Yeah, he basically called for another AWB again, called on Congress to do that. A bunch of Democrats since then have basically falsely claimed that we've had over 100 mass shootings in the past, 70-something days of however long this year has been so far, which is an absolute lie. And Sheila Jackson Lee was in some committee today talking about falsely claiming that the ATF existed since the 1800s, and nobody called her out on that shit.
Oh yeah, there was a dude back then.
Didn't she also say that we're worried about Guam capsizing because too many people or something like that?
No, that was Hank Johnson out of Georgia.
Oh, okay. I knew it was somebody ridiculous like that.
Yeah, that guy is still in power, isn't he? Isn't he still representative?
Yeah, he's his district is straight in Atlanta.
Wow.
People from Atlanta saw that and they were like, that island could capsize. He's got a good point. I'm voting for him again.
Save Guam. Vote for me.
Jesus Christ. Have you guys ever been in a meeting? You ever do meetings at your work and you have someone who's part of another meeting perhaps and they're just kind of there for your meeting for some stupid reason? And they know nothing about what's going on with your meeting. And they have no idea what your job is. And they literally know nothing about nothing. Mm. And yet, because they're in the meeting and people are going around and talking, they feel inclined to say something. And whatever it is that they end up saying is so off base because they have such a lack of fundamental, foundational information that's required for you to understand whatever it is that you're part of, that them opening their mouth only makes them look like a complete idiot. Has this ever happened to you guys?
Can't say that it has. I've been in meetings before, but not exactly as you described.
Well, whatever. Someone out there knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I've seen that from time to time.
Fucking people. All right, I'm kind of scared to try it. Should I try it? Should we wait?
Do it.
Should we wait?
I think Tara's telling you exactly how to do it right there.
Do it.
Click on the icon, top right. Yes. Yes. And then Steve D says kind of like this chat.
and then
Ghost Rider says, so how many of the gang shootings in Chicago would count as mass shootings? Every single one of them, pretty much.
Yeah, a lot of them would. Because, according to the FBI, it's a shooting that injures or kills 3 or more people, something like that, right? That's considered a mass shooting?
The thing with them, though, is they're trying to say as if it's school shootings this year, and it's any shooting that happened near a school, even if it's closed down. So it'd be like a drive-by at some house 3 blocks away, basically.
Yeah. That's some Canadian shit because they calculate Canadian gun crime. If somebody gets arrested and in their house there's a gun, or something like that, they count that as a gun crime, which is total bullshit. So,
dang it! All right, I can hit this button that says remove, and it just removes YouTube. I think that's the button I press. I think that's it. So in about 4 minutes here, we'll try to do it.
Okay.
So we'll either break the internet or it'll work, or something else will happen. I'm not sure. I think the FBI definition says Mark Malone, which is how it's categorized is shooting 3 or more, right? So anytime drive-by shooting and like 2 people get shot at and one of them gets shot, they're calling that a mass shooting now too.
Yeah.
Like they don't even have to get shot, I don't think. You know, as long as someone's shot.
Well, they've changed the definition a bunch of times because it used to be 4 or more dead, and then it was 4 or more shot. Now it's like 3 or more shot.
3 or more shot, not just shot at, but 3 or more wounded. All of the regular gang violence that would happen in like Chicago or LA or something like that. So it's inflating the numbers kind of artificially.
And then like school shootings or like anything that happens within like a kilometer of a school.
Right.
And then they add like bus stops onto that too. So if it happens near a bus stop, it's like, well, you know, it's technically school ground. So they're like, oh, like look how many school shootings there were this year. Yeah, like how many of them happened in the street out front, in the parking lot, in the neighborhood around it, at a bus stop, not between kids, not at a kid, nothing having to do with the school, you know.
Yeah, completely unrelated.
The majority of them because of how they set it up.
Yeah.
Or a car across the street in a McDonald's parking lot that somebody shot into.
Oh, fuck, man.
Well, to their credit, the Nashville PD or the responding police department, they didn't really hesitate much at all to go in there and take care of business. So that's what I'm hearing. That there was very little, like from the time they got there to the time they went in was not a very long period at all.
Right on scene as fast as they could, and they went in. They're like, let's fucking go. 3 on me, go. They fucking blasted that bitch.
Yeah.
So you know, like what's that movie, Hunger Games, where they have like the competition where everybody sends their like group of people forward every year or whatever it is.
Right.
Every state should send forward like a gang of cops. I call them a gang because it's probably the most descriptive. A gang of cops from every state, and their point is to fight to the death to find out which gang of cops in the United States from which state is the most powerful, the most ruthless, the most willing to work together against all odds to destroy their enemies with blood.
They kind of have something like that, except it's not to the death. I mean, they have like a police Olympics kind of thing.
Yeah, fuck that. It needs to be to the death. That's what makes it cool. Because if it's not to the death, then no one's going to watch it.
Yeah. Well,
if it's to the death, then everyone's going to watch that shit, dude. And you only got to sacrifice like 5 cops from every fucking state, you know?
You're not going to send your best, though.
Well, in theory, 5 of them are gonna live, so it's not like, you know, necessarily every dude you send is gonna die.
Well, I mean, like, say for instance, your squad wins, but you lost a dude along the way or 2. You know.
The Smoke says, when I try to find this channel, I came across this Honda 420 is scum video. Share the link, sir. Share the link. They released the body cam footage today. Yep. Simple Dan says Donnie. Did you see the thing where the shoes don't match?
What? Shoes don't match? What?
Yeah, the shoes don't match.
Whose shoes are we talking about? The shooter?
Mm-hmm. Like if you look at the video, in the part where she's coming in, she's wearing one set of shoes, and then when she's dead on the floor, she's clearly wearing a different, similar but distinctly different set of shoes.
There's always
they were blood soaked.
That's one theory. Another theory is that everything's pre-recorded, and that this is a setup, and that blah 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 blah. You know, false flag shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then, what's the alternative theory? That she started shooting in one set of shoes and like stepped on some glass or something, and then was like, you know what, I can't walk in these shoes anymore, and then reached into her backpack and got her second set.
You know, in every one of these situations, there's always some sort of anomaly like that. There's always something that's like the initial report doesn't jive with the final product, as you know, as far as the news reports go. Like in some cases, there's a second shooter. In other cases, it's like there was I think it was a couple of years ago where there was one down in South Texas where a guy walked into a Walmart and did the thing, but he was wearing the exact same set of clothes as somebody up in Ohio that happened on the same day. You know what I mean? So there's always, in every one of these majorly publicized situations here, there's always something that doesn't quite jive. You know what I mean? And this is, I guess this is, like, I think the one in New Zealand, there was like the carpet was different or something like that inside the mosque where apparently all the violence happened. Like the carpet was different from the pictures from the final crime scene. You know, so there's always a little something that doesn't quite match up. And I guess this one's.
Well, it's funny how they're I don't know if I can even say this on YouTube, so maybe I'll hold on to this one for just a minute. You know what? Now's as good a time as any. We're going to go ahead and do it. If you guys see out there, like Travis T there at the bottom has a link to some sort of Rumble video going on. I don't know who that is, but if you wanted to click on that and you wanted to go over there to that video, then maybe it's a continuation of exactly what you're watching right here. And you can continue watching it over there uninterrupted. Isn't that amazing? And then we can say all kinds of shit that we can't say right now. We can say all the things.
Where did Shot Rat go?
Don't know. All right, here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Delete on YouTube? No, I don't want to do that. A post was created on YouTube for this. Delete it. Remove. Fuck it, I'm trying it. We're going to remove it. Not delete on YouTube, but we're going to remove it.